and she is wearing a white one-piece lace lingerie that left absolutely nothing to the imagination. Well, I'm a former package delivery driver. I won't mention which company, but just imagine some of the three biggest names in the package delivery business. It was one of them. I'm also a bit of a smart ass. My mother will tell you that. I can drop some sarcastic, smart aleck comments to anything often. And it lots of times got me into trouble. When I first started working for the company, I was a temporary driver and occasionally filled in for other drivers when they would go on vacation. So this case this week, running a route I wasn't familiar with and had to go to a very famous golf course area in North Carolina. Probably seen on PGA tours there, multi-million dollar homes all around. And this particular package required a signature. So pull up the house, go up, ring the doorbell, and to the left and right of the door, those long windows. And I see a curtain come aside, and along the window, I see a woman's face. And I say, "Hey, you're delivering, need a signature?" She says, "Well, I'm sorry, the front door is broken. Can you come around to the side door?" I walk around, huge house, past a row of 3 or 4 garage doors, and there was a little small porch with some steps. This woman comes out the side door, and she is wearing a white one-piece lace lingerie that left absolutely nothing to the imagination. I I didn't have any sarcastic comebacks to that one. Just a total loss for words. And so I hand her the scanner. She turns sideways, takes 2 steps up, and her breasts are about eye level right here in front of me. Again, wasn't anything to hide going on here, even though she was wearing clothing. She takes the scanner and she's like, "Now, how do I work this? And what do I do?" She keeps looking at me. And she's, "It's hot out here today. You sure don't want to come inside and drink cold water or something?" I'm like, I'm good, ma'am. I got a lot to do today." Again, I just stumbled, didn't know what to say. Finally, she signed the thing, gave her package. I left. Well, a few days later, the guy I was substituting for told him about it, and he just died laughing. He said, "She does that to everybody." Well, fast forward a few months later, I'm at home, I'm watching the news, and on comes the name of this golf course resident. Her and her husband were arrested for running a brothel out of their home. And there was her picture. Well, it turns out they had a film studio in their basement with lighting, was doing crazy things on the internet where allegedly you could make an appointment and do whatever they were doing here. And she was a former entertainer on certain adult videos and it appeared in certain adult magazines. So that kind of explained that a little bit. So you hear the jokes and stories about the mailman and the lonely housewife. There's a bit of truth to some of that, so I can confirm. I was fortunate enough towards the end of my career at this, the route that I was doing was near my house. So I was able to make my last stop, which was occasionally my home, leave the truck at the house. So every morning, going into work to load up the van, stopped at the same gas station, gas up, get my supplies for the day. Was there one day, and this guy that I'd never seen before, don't know who he is, comes up and he says, "Do you have a package for my mom?" Now, in my mind, I'm going through the mental Rolodex of snarky comments, some of which would get a laugh out of Beavis and Butthead, or some might get me a punch in the nose. I thought, let me handle this with a bit of humor. I says, "I don't know what she looked like." He immediately lost it. He didn't get the humor in it at all and just goes on this big rant and was mad at me. I'm like, "Whoa, easy, easy, easy." It's like, "I want to call your company. I want to complain. I need the phone number." Okay. So I hand him a Post-it notepad and a pen, and on the side of the truck, the phone number in giant letters, but he didn't see that. So I said, "Here's the phone number. It's 1-800, writes it down, go, G-O, writes it down, I F, and I pause. Well, he immediately loses it again. He's like, "You're telling me the phone numbers go blank yourself?" I mean, "No, no, no, no. It's legitimately the phone number. Look on the side of the truck. It's right there on the side of the truck." He backs up, looks down, he reads the number. At this point, he gets so mad, he just throws the pen and the Post-it note at me. He says, "You got me. You got me. I don't know what else to do." And he left. I don't know if his mom got the package that day or not. I really don't. I hope she did. Hope she was happy about it, but it is what it is. The sarcastic stuff, one time I was pulling into a dead-end residential street, going down and make a delivery, and there's a car coming towards me, and a woman driving, she starts waving at me, rolls down the window, and I stop. She pulls beside me and said, "Can I help you?" She goes, "Do you have a package for me?" Again, I don't know who she is, where she lives, whatever. So out comes the sarcasm. Every day they printed out a manifest with a list of all the stops that day. So I pull it up and I pretend I'm looking at it and I go, "I'm sorry, ma'am, I don't have a package for anyone named me." Well, she didn't get what I was saying at all. She sighed. She said, "Well, I don't know what I'm going to do. I've been waiting for this for over a month. It's something I really need." I said, "Well, ma'am, why don't you call who you ordered it from and ask them if they have a package for me?" She says, "Well, okay, that's what I'll do. Thank you." Rolls up her window and drives away. And I'm just sitting there laughing, going, I don't know what to do now. So I went on, delivered the package. May have been to her house. I don't know. There's two or three kinds of deliveries you make. For one, we just show up at your house with the package. Another one's called an indirect delivery, where we show up, no one's there to sign for it. We fill out a little note, leave it. You sign the note. We come back the next day, you get the package. One time we show up to a house, big circle driveway, 3 or 4 cars in the driveway. Go up, ring a doorbell, and there's a full glass storm door. Can see inside the house, TV on. Ring a doorbell, knock, open the door. "Yeah, delivery, need a signature." Got absolutely nothing. So I filled out the little note, stuck it eye level on the glass door, and left. Come back the second day. Well, the cars in the driveway had changed position, moved around. Oh, great, this will be easy. Go up to the door, the note, no one had signed it. So I did the same thing. Ring the doorbell, knock, open the door, yell, nothing. So I filled out a second one, but this time I took a yellow highlighter, highlighted the signature line, drew an arrow pointing to the signature line, and wrote, "Please sign." I stuck it on the door next to the first one. And we only had to make 3 attempts. So the third day I returned, show up, and again, cars have moved around in the driveway. Go up, neither one of the notes are signed. Ring the doorbell and knock, and no one's coming. So finally, I was like, "Oh, this is the last attempt." People play games if it's third attempt, tell lies, and try to get you in trouble. I'm like, I got to get this delivered today. So I just sit there and I ring the doorbell about 3 or 4 times over a period of a minute. Ding, 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 ding. Finally, someone comes to the door. The person comes up and they just yell at me, "Just leave the blankety blank package." I'm like, whoa. I said, "Sir, did you not see the notes I left here on your door?" The person says, "Gus, I'm not stupid. I have 168 IQ. Well, out comes the smart aleck in me. So, okay, fine. I pull the note off the door, the one with all the yellow highlighted stuff. See on top of the box, I hand him a pen. I said, "Sir, would you do me a favor? Sign right here in this yellow highlighted area. It's right underneath the arrow and the words, 'Please sign.' Would you sign right there for me?" And he looks at it and huffs and he signs. Take the note, hand him the package, wish him well. I'm walking back to the truck and I hear, "Wait, wait, hang on." Turn around and look, and remember the first note? He's got it in his hand, he's waving it at me. He goes, "What in the blank am I supposed to do with this?" "Sir, you're the one with the 168 IQ. I'm sure you'll figure it out."
Buying a used car, especially sight unseen, can be a very scary process, and you should never do that without getting the car inspected first. And the best and easiest way to have that done is using the Lemon Squad. They are an amazing resource that can almost immediately inspect a car for you anywhere in the country. They have no hidden fees, they're the largest company in the industry, and they have the fastest response times in the industry. So check them out now at the link in the description below. You can use the code VinWiki for a 10% discount. It is the best way not only to find out if you're being scammed, find out if the car is a piece of garbage, and to make sure that you're buying exactly the car that you're looking for. So next time you buy a car, make sure to use the Lemon Squad.